Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about lesson 7, human health and disease. The health means the person does not have any problems in their body. That is called health. The World Health Organization defined the health as a state of complete of physical, mental, and social well-being. So the healthy person does not have any problem in their physical, mental, and social. If unhealthy person having some problems in their physically or mentally or socially, that is called unhealthy person. So we can say health is wealth is a apt proverb about health. In Tamil, நோயற்ற வாழ்வே குறைவற்ற செல்வம். So health increase the lifespan. Lifespan means a longevity and reduce the infant and mortality. Mortality means death. So health increase the lifespan and reduce the infant and mortality. If we need a healthy body means we should have follow certain things. The first one is personal hygiene. Personal hygiene means we should keep hygienic always. We should have a hygienic ourselves and our surroundings. Next, regular exercise. Keep on exercise. The last one is balanced diet. Balanced diet means so the all the nutrition equally mixed. That is called balanced diet. All the nutrition equally proportional into the food. That is called balanced diet. So if we want should have if we want to maintain the health means we should follow three things. So next one is disease. The common disease in human beings. The disease means any disorder or malfunction in the mind or body. Any disorder means physical in our body have some disorders. This disorder comes arising from the microbes or metabolic activity or any or surrounding the environment something. So malfunction means so nutritional deficiency. So this kind of disorder cause the disease. This kind of disorder cause the disease. Next one is this disorder involves three type of disturbance. So morphological disturbance, physiological disturbance, and psychological disturbance. Morphological means outer morpho means morphology means to outer look to change the outer looks. If the person having any problem in their body means have changed the body skin color, etc. Physiological means the internal organs function will reduced, and psychological disturbance means based on the mental ability like this. Okay. So next one is the disease caused by environmental factors. So some certain factors caused from the environment, mainly pathogens. Pathogens means so a disease causing agent or disease causing organism, that is called pathogens, whether it is microbes or any other animals, minute living organisms, etc. And genetic anomalies. Genetic anomaly means so genetical disorders. And last one is lifestyle changes. Lifestyle means nowadays working people does not eat proper time because they are all concentrate in their duties. So they have the lifestyle changes also will causes that some disorders disease. The next one is disease can be classified into two types: infectious disease, another one is non-infectious disease. Infectious disease means the disease transmitted from affected person to healthy person or one person to another person. that is called infectious disease. Another one is non-infectious, the disease cannot be transferred from affected person to healthy person, that is a non-infected disease. So the infected disease otherwise called communicable disease. So non-infected disease otherwise called non-communicable disease. So the infectious disease, the example, AIDS, tuberculosis, these are all infectious disease. Non-infected disease, example, vitamin deficiency, because vitamin deficiency causes some disorders like scurvy. So nictol vitamin A deficiency causes serophthalmia, nyctalopia. These kind of disorders, that is called non-infectious disease. Next one is cancer, arthritis, stroke, heart attack. These are all non-infectious disorders or non-infectious disease. Next one is the disease causing pathogen is called disease causing organisms called pathogen. See, the pathogens are transmitted through the air. These pathogens, for example, microbes. In that microbes, bacteria, a virus, a fungi, protozoan. These are all disease-causing agent or organisms. These organisms transmitted through the air, water, food, physical contact, and vectors. These pathogens are transmitted through the air, water, food, physical contact, and vectors. The disease causing agent may be a bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoans, parasite, and helminthic parasite. Helminths means worms. So roundworm, hookworm, tapeworm, these are all worms. Okay, these are mostly act as a endoparasite. The parasite divided into two types: ectoparasite or endoparasite. Ectoparasite, the parasite attacks or causes the infection out surface of our body, that is the ectoparasite. So endoparasite means the parasite enter into the body and infect some infect and creates produce some disorder, that is a endoparasite. So next one is bacterial and viral disease. From this first one is bacterial disease. A number of bacterial species very high in the environment, a high number of bacteria is there. In that bacteria, mainly these bacteria classified into two types: beneficial bacteria, another one is harmful bacteria. Some of the bacteria uh, used in the beneficial product like curd formation, curd, next bread, this kind of or product, the some bacteria are used. First one, the curd forms lactobacillus bacteria. Lactobacillus bacteria to use the fermentation process, the milk converted into the curd. So most of the bacteria causes the disease. A few bacteria only causes used this product. Only few bacteria are associated with the human disease or called pathogenic bacteria. Few pathogens, some bacteria is causes the disease, so that bacteria is called so pathogenic bacteria. Such pathogens may emit toxins and affect the body. So some bacteria enter into our body, it will produce the toxins. That toxins affect our bodies. So bacteria are spread through the air, water by inhaling droplets like aerosols, even sharing utensils like combs, towels, and dresses, innerwears like this. These are all transmitted through the one healthy person to affected person to healthy person, affected person to healthy person. These bacteria are spread through the air, water by inhaling droplets, even sharing utensils, dress with an infected persons. We know very well the typhoid fever is caused by Salmonella typhi. This Salmonella typhi is diagnosed by Vidal test. This Vidal test is very important lab diagnosis test used to find out the typhoid fever. Next one is viral disease. Virus is a obligate intracellular parasite. An obligate intracellular. Intracellular means it's a parasite acts inside the cell, that is called obligate intracellular parasite, which multiplies within the cells. For example, rhinovirus causes the most of the infection of common cold. The best example for the virus, the rhinovirus causes the common cold. Next, the viral disease are generally grouped into four types. That is called, first one is pneumotrophic disease. Pneumotrophic means that the virus causes the disease in the respiratory tract, that is called pneumotrophic disease. Example, influenza. So next one is dermatotrophic disease. Dermato means skin. The virus causes the disease in the skin or subcutaneous tissue or skin layers, that is called dermatotrophic disease. So that example, chickenpox. The third one is viscerotrophic disease. The virus causes the disease in the blood and visceral organ or internal organs, that is called viscerotrophic disease. For example, yellow fever and dengue fever. The last one is neurotrophic disease. Neuro means neurons. So the virus causes the disease in the central nervous system. It is called neurotrophic disease. Example, rabies and polio. So next one is common human disease. So the common human disease causes different microorganisms. The first one is bacterial disease, second one is viral disease, third one is fungal disease, fourth one is protozoan disease, last one is helminth disease. The bacteria causes so many disease. So we have given some examples. So first one is dysentery. So second one is plague, third one is diphtheria, fourth one is cholera, fifth one is typhoid, sixth one is, last one is pneumonia. So pneumonia. So next one is viral disease. Viral disease is a common cold, mumps, measles, viral hepatitis, dengue fever, chikungunya, chickenpox or poliomyelitis. These are all viral disease. And third one is fungal disease. So mostly fungus affect outer surface the skin, outer surface of the body, like skin, hair, nail. These kind of organs only affected by fungus. So candidiasis and athlete foods. Next one is protozoan disease, malaria. The malaria caused by Plasmodium vivax. And second one is amoebiasis. Amoeba is caused by Entamoeba histolytica, afrin sleeping sickness, and cholera. These are all protozoan disease. The last one is helminths, like worms. So worms cause ascariasis and filariasis. So ascar is caused by Ascarius or lumbricoides, a roundworm, and filariasis is caused by filarial worm. So these are all common disease in human beings. First one is bacterial. From this disease, the first one is bacterial disease in human beings. We can see what are the organs and causes the disease, and in which organ is mainly affected by the disease, and what are the symptoms to create the disease, and how it is transmitted from affected person to healthy person. We can see first one is sigillasis, the bacillary dysentery. Dysentery means the motion mixed with blood, or blood motion mixed with motion, that is called dysentery. Sigillasis is caused by Shigella species. It's mainly affect the intestine. So whether it is large intestine or small intestine, it's transmitted through the food, water contaminated by feces. Feces affected person release the feces, from the feces to a healthy person it will be transferred, and fecal oral route also. And main symptoms: abdominal pain, severe abdominal pain, and dehydration. Dehydration means So the removal of water from our body and blood and mucus in the stool. The blood or mucus mixed with stool and excrete out. This is physiologist dysentery. Next one is bubonic plague or black death. The bubonic plague is otherwise called black death. This bubonic plague is caused by Yersinia pestis. Mainly affect the site of infection is lymph node. Lymph node is a secondary lymphoid organ, mainly involved in the cell, immune power. Next. So this disease transmitted through the rat fly vector Xenophagelia syphilis, mainly a rat. The symptoms of the disease are fever, headache, and swollen lymph nodes. So next one is diphtheria. So Corynebacterium diphtheria. The diphtheria caused by Corynebacterium diphtheriae is the site of infection. The mainly affects the parts of larynx, skin, nasal, and genitalial spaces. So it is transmitted through the droplet infection. So the affected person releasing the air droplets or aerosols. These aerosols or air droplets, whoever inhale that air droplets or aerosols, that person is affected by this disease, that is called droplet infection, or is otherwise called communicable disease. The symptoms of the disease: fever, sore throat, ho- hoarseness, and difficult to breathe, because mainly affect the respiratory tract, so it will causes the difficult to breathing. Next one is cholera. The cholera is caused by Vibrio cholerae. It's mainly infect the place. The site of the infection is intestine. So the mode of transmission is contaminated food and water. So the disease is transmitted through the contaminated food and water or fecal oral route. Next, the symptoms of the disease is severe diarrhea. So this severe diarrhea means the rice water stool. The affected person uh, to release the rice water stool and dehydration, removal of water from the body. It's a dehydration. The next one is a tetanus, a lockjaw. This is caused by Clostridium tetani. The spasms of muscles, the weakening of muscles through the wound infection. So the mode of transmission, the wound and infection. So the symptoms of the tetanus is rigidity of jaw muscles and increased heartbeat rate and spasms of the muscles of jaw and face muscles and jaw muscles as spasms. So next one is typhoid. So typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi. The site of infection is intestinal, whether it is large intestine or small intestines. Through the typhoid fever, Salmonella typhi transmitted through the contaminated food or water. So contaminated food or water through the microbes transfer, and it will cause some symptoms: headache, abdominal discomfort, and fever and diarrhea. And next one is pneumonia. The pneumonia caused by streptococcus pneumoniae. The site of infection mainly infected organ or lungs, and transfer from affected person to healthy person through the droplet infection. So next one is symptoms. The symptoms of the pneumonia: fever, cough, painful breathing. So when he is breathing, it's difficult to breathe, and a sputum expel out. The sputum, brown color sputums expel out. The last one, tuberculosis. The tuberculosis is called TB. The Mycobacterium tuberculosis causes the tuberculosis. So it's the site of infection are lungs, like pneumonia. So this disease also transmitted through the droplet infection, and the symptoms of the tuberculosis: thick mucopurulent nasal discharge. The sputums comes from the nasal passage. So green color of sputum or yellow color sputums comes from the nasal passage. So next one is viral disease. The first one from the viral disease, first one is common cold. The common cold causes the rhinoviruses. So the site of the infection, respiratory tract, and transmitted through the common cold, droplet infection. And the symptoms of the common cold is a nasal congestion, difficult to breathe, and a discharge of sputum, and sore throat. The infection, the throat, and cough and headache. So cough and headache. Next one is mumps. So the mumps caused by mumps virus or RNA. Genetic material is RNA and paramyxovirus. So the mumps, the site of infection is salivary gland. In salivary gland, swelling of salivary gland. So transmission through the saliva, sputum. That and the mumps virus are transmitted through the saliva, affected person saliva or sputum. Symptoms of the mumps is enlargement of the parotid gland. The salivary gland consists three parts: parotid, submandibular, and sublingual. The parotid is the largest part of the salivary gland. This salivary gland mainly swelling of this disease, measles. Next one is measles. The measles caused by rubella virus, genetic material RNA virus, the paramyxovirus. These viruses also mainly affect the places skin and respiratory tract. This is transmitted through the droplet infection. The symptoms of the measles is sore throat, a running nose, cough and fever, a reddish rash, and skin, neck and ears. So next one is viral hepatitis. So hepatitis, cervical jaundice, is caused by hepatitis B virus. It mainly affects the organs liver. So transmission is a parental route and blood and transfusion. Blood transmission, the affected person donate the blood. Those who are giving blood, you have to check the blood, otherwise it will cause some problems like hepatitis. Mainly the symptoms of the hepatitis are liver damage, jaundice and nausea, yellow eyes and fever, pain and abdomen. Next one is chickenpox. Chickenpox is caused by varicella zoster virus. Genetic material is RNA virus. So site of the infection is a respiratory tract as in and nervous system. The droplet infection in direct contact. The symptoms of the chickenpox is mild fever with itchy skin, rash and blisters. And poliomyelitis, poliovirus, genetic material RNA. The site of the infection is intestinal, brain and spinal cord. This is a neurotrophic disease transmitted through the droplet infection through the fecal or oral route. Symptoms of the poliomyelitis is fever, muscular stiffness, a rigid of muscular stiffness, and paralysis or stroke or respiratory failure. So the absence of respiration or reduce the respiration volume. And next one is dengue fever. Dengue fever is otherwise called breakbone fever. This is very important. One more question. Breakbone fever. Dengue fever is caused by dengue virus or flavivirus. So site of the infection is skin and blood. The dengue fever is transmitted through the mosquito and Aedes aegypti. So the symptoms of the dengue fever is severe flu-like illness with sudden onset of fever and painful headache and muscle and joint pain. The last one is chikungunya. The chikungunya is caused by Toga virus or Alpha virus. The site of the infection, the mainly affected the system is nervous system. This chikungunya caused by mosquito vector Aedes aegypti. So the symptoms of the chikungunya is a fever and joint pain, headache, and joint swelling. So thank you.